Hi there, welcome everybody. We wanted to talk about essential oils today. So this is our, getting together and just having a chat. But I thought I would share with you a few slides first so that we could get a foundation for those of you that may or may not have an account yet. And we can just refresh for those that do have one. Maybe there's some things that you didn't realize that you had access to. So I'm going to share my screen here so I can get the presentation going. So we can go through just a brief overview here. We've been talking about a life series here. I've been interviewing Rod Richardson about the freedoms that we have. And today I thought I'd focus a little bit about health here. So we can just talk about the basics of what doTERRA products do and how we actually improve our health and everything in being able to make it really simple for families to be empowered. We use this in our family as a first defense. So if anything comes up, we played the interrupt game, and we would just go and look up things in the Modern Essential book or on the app and find out what oils work for the simple things that were happening, like a splinter or runny nose or an upset stomach or something like that. So we've been improving our health using natural products here for quite a while. And it's easy to get started. So I want to just give you guys an overview here. Let me get the clicker to work. There we go. Think for a moment of all of the things that happen in a family when it comes to health and well-being, emotionally or physically. And just imagine if we could decrease even just some percentage of those unnecessary emergency room visits. Just think about how much our healthcare professionals, are taken off of the main concerns, and they're dealing with, the things that maybe a mom or a dad could deal with at home, and see if a couple of natural remedies would work first before we run off to the emergency room. And that's kind of where my story got really serious with doTERRA. I had doTERRA in our house. My name is Norma Strange, and my commitment with doTERRA actually happened around this balance oil here that I'm showing. What had happened for me was I was a corporate consultant, a business consultant. I had been working in a very stressful startup environment, and it had gotten to the point where, it was a very toxic work environment. There's a lot of stress, long hours. I hadn't been sleeping really well. My adrenals were very fatigued. I could feel the stress on my body. And then one day I was driving into work, and I remember it was a particularly humid day in Arizona, which is kind of funny now that I live in Kentucky that it wasn't that humid. But I had that smothery feeling where I couldn't really breathe. And driving into work, I noticed that something was wrong. I didn't feel right. And I was noticing my heartbeat was irregular, rapid. I was having trouble getting my breath. And I felt like I was having some serious symptoms that could have led me into some serious need for calling 911. But I got myself home, and I put on a drop of this balance on the palms of my hands. So just, put a drop on your hands and rub it together. And it's really simple to apply. It's not anything hard to do. Sometimes it's hard to wait for the oil to come out of the bottle because it's a little bit thicker. There's a drop or two. Rub your hands together. Make sure you get it all over the palms of your hand. And then I also did this with my feet. Rubbed it on the bottom of my feet, put some of it back here on the back of your neck, right where your head and your neck fit together, and then just cup your hands and breathe in. Let your hair come out. Do it again. Most of us don't breathe this deep, so even if you want to, join me in deep breath. And that's all I did, 2 or 3 breaths like that. And 3 minutes later, I just sat and I stared at this little bottle of oil, and I thought, why did that work? And why did it work so fast? Because I went from feeling like I was going to have to call 911 to feeling perfectly fine. My body was back in homeostasis. The fight or flight had left me. My rapid heartbeat had settled, and I was able to get a good breath. So just amazing, but it shocked me how fast that worked and how easy that was, and relatively inexpensive. I mean, a couple drops of an oil that costs $20 for a whole bottle, just pennies for the application. So want to encourage you to use the oils and let them bless you. For me, this changed my career, and at that point I realized it didn't matter where I go or what I do or who I met, if they were open to listening or learning or experiencing these natural remedies. doTERRA means gift of the earth. And what's nice is we're able to put that on our bodies and to be able to protect ourselves and boost our immune system and help our emotional state get quickly back into balance. So it was just an amazing thing, and that's really when I committed to being able to help empower a healer in every home that wanted it, and haven't stopped since, which has been a great success. I'm a gold wellness leader at this point. Our team actually averages about $1 million plus in annual volume that we sell into the marketplace every year, with 2,400 customers in that group that are actually, purchasing the products and still growing. We're located, got customers in all, like 2/3 of the United States. We've got a large team in Guadalajara, Mexico, plus all over Mexico, and expands into 10 international markets. So we're excited that the growth is continuing to flourish and get the message out, so that people know how to save money and to save their families. Personally, I love to inspire people to discover their own uniqueness and to achieve their God-given potential. It amazes me how many people don't realize that their uniqueness is valuable. Everyone has something that is, unique to them and very valuable as they begin to use that, because it's effortless for them to be able to be in their natural state and to really achieve what it was, the level of success that God has equipped them with these great skills to do. So I love to see people reach their potential and be inspired and encouraged and make it simple for them. One of our leaders kind of coined this, starting with a great mission about 10 years ago when they first went to market, when doTERRA first came out, the mission was to empower a healer in every home. I really appreciate this because it inspires me to think about, making it so simple that moms and dads and grandparents and kids and friends and neighbors can all just encourage one another and teach each other how to apply and use these different oils for daily life, to reduce stress and toxins, to support rest and immune system, and create better body system strength, and keep us out of the unnecessary trips to the doctor, and using less of the over-the-counter or prescription drugs that don't have great benefit. They have these bad side effects. So it keeps us really on the better road for health. And just as a basic, essential oils are just extracts from plants. They come from leaves and bark and flowers and all parts of the plant. We extract them through either cold pressed or steam distilled. So it's a very safe way of getting the liquid from the plants. And it's just what kept the plant protected while it was out there growing. And now we're taking that protection into our body to support our body systems. doTERRA works all around the world to be able to get this raw material and to distill it in a way that is premium, high quality, really leading edge as far as essential oils are concerned. And our certified pure therapeutic grade, as you see down there at the bottom, is our claim to fame and why we really created such a large market, and why we're leading this sector to really partner up with Western medicines and become an integrated medical kind of industry. Like integrated medicine is the thing of the future. It's what we're on the cusp of now, is bringing Eastern and Western methodologies together and having supplements and essential oils be a foundation of that. But 30% of the essential oils are sourced from underserved countries. So when we're buying these products, we're supporting places where we're helping those growers and farmers to survive, and now they're thriving. Our co-impact sourcing gives them the opportunity to be an entrepreneur partnership with us, so they have an ownership stake. These farmers have never been treated that way in the past. They were usually beaten down by middlemen who were trying to get the cheapest product at the cheapest price. So there were all kinds of distortions in the plants and how they harvested and what they did to try to create a yield with trash and other impurities added into the materials that were given to them. But co-impact sourcing creates a direct contact partnership with those farmers, and keeps us in a strong position where we are in control of the sourcing of our materials, so that we make sure that our products are going to be consistent and pure. And doTERRA's Healing Hands is actually a way for us, every one of us who has an account, we can click on the button to donate $1 with your order, or you can purchase different products like hope oil or rose lotion, and those proceeds go directly to our Healing Hands Foundation so that we can support things like bringing water, clean water into these villages, or supporting the schools, or feminine hygiene, building up leaders and helping to, educate those villages, and actually being involved in ridding the world of sex trafficking and things like that. We get involved in all kinds of humanitarian projects, and those dollars that go into Healing Hands are all put into worthy causes. The farmer itself, they were not in a position of power before. They were being used and beaten down to the lowest price, and so many times they would harvest too soon, or they would use maybe practices that we wouldn't appreciate the quality that they would get. But now doTERRA is working direct with these farmers, and we're paying them over 4 times what any other wholesaler would have paid them in the past, and they're getting these ability for them to create survival and thriving kinds of income, so that they can actually create a legacy and pass this down to their other family members. So it's a nice thing to know that when we're buying the oils, we're actually helping people all around the world, and it's just a win-win-win for everyone. We've got in the industry, there's a lot of synthetic oil that's called whatever it may be called. They can label it as whatever they want. So you'll see different things at these big box retailers, or you'll see people selling things online through Amazon and eBay, and these are not channels that doTERRA chooses to participate in. So if you see any of our products in those environments, please don't purchase them from there, because they're usually being manipulated or distorted, or they're part of credit card fraud, and you don't want to be wrapped up into somebody who's trying to push out something in the wrong channel. We buy our oils directly from doTERRA through our membership, and you'd have your own website, or you'd be working with someone like me who would be helping you to get those products direct from the company. The synthetic products that are out there, there's Me Too everywhere. You'll see essential oils on every shelf everywhere, all over the place, because it's a big buzzword now. Most of them are synthetic. They're man-made to copy, to smell like or look like lemon or lavender or whatever they're trying to be, but they don't have any benefit to the body. In fact, it confuses the body, and the body creates a negative response to those synthetics, which is this bad side effects. We don't want to do that. That's not something you want to put on your body or smell in your house or rub on your skin or anything like that. The food ones are just diluted down taste, and they're not going to do anything for you therapeutically or medically to help your body. They're just good tasting things, and again, they're very watered down, and again, we don't really even know where they're coming from, but they are regulated, so they're safe to be food. But there's a small category of therapeutic oils. There's more of these Me Too companies that are trying to grab a hold of the market space that we've created and the momentum of people wanting essential oils, but most of the companies don't have the stewardship and the vision of creating a consistent high-end product that is affordable and safe for your family. So that's what certified pure therapeutic grade is all about. doTERRA was the one who coined that and set the high bar for many tests that go on, and the right species with the right farmers and the right conditions to be able to create that over and over again, so that every time we purchase a bottle of oil, we know it's been through a rigid testing before we're ever going to get it, and we can be assured that what we buy today is going to be the same and potent consistency that we're used to for the value that we're spending. There's also multi-million dollars of research behind all of this. doTERRA has increased this in the last few years, not because we're not under the same guidelines like medicines where they have to do trials, but one of the things that we are a science-based company, we want to make sure that we're showing the effect of these compounds and how they work with the body and what they're able to do to nurture a body system to get back into its normal balance. So if a cardiovascular system, circulatory system is working normally, then your numbers and your, with your sugars and your numbers with your pressure and pulse and things like that would all be within normal ranges. So what we're trying to do is show how these particular compounds can bring your body back into the way that it was designed to function. And these trials are very beneficial to help prove how essential oils have a place in integrated medicine for the future, as an alternative or a companion to typical Western medical care. And there's 3 simple ways to use these oils. You can use them aromatically, topically, and internally. You just saw me aromatically smelling it. You don't have to necessarily put it in a diffuser. You can just open the bottle or put it on your hands and smell it. That's aromatic. Topical is rubbing it on your skin anywhere on the part of concern or on your reflex points. And of course, internal, we have we can make our own capsules. We can put it in water as long as we're drinking out of metal, ceramic, or glass. And we can also purchase it in already formed gel caps and different things like that, where they're made for internal supplementation. doTERRA has products in every single category. We're really about improving the foundation of health. So as you see this pyramid here of different steps on our foundation: eating right, exercising, rest and managing stress, reducing the toxic load. Those are all parts of the things that we can do, that we're in control of our lifestyle. And doTERRA has products that help us in every one of these foundational steps. As we're moving up to the dotted line there and looking towards, changing healthcare, we are informing you about your self-care, and we're integrating, taking an integrated medicine approach, where we're moving into the future, where you're going to see more and more. doTERRA is even following through with creating clinics where we'll have Eastern and Western modalities together, and the foundation of doTERRA products as an offering as well. It's easy to get a hold of doTERRA. It's we have membership, which is basically the thing that is like a Costco or Sam's account. It gives you that buying discount, 25% off of retail. You get the wholesale price. Everybody gets that. You can purchase your own products from your own website whenever you want. So you buy what you want when you want. You're not forced to have to buy anything monthly or anything like that. For those of us who are customers who do like to purchase regularly, we're loyalty customers, and we're part of the Loyalty Rewards Points program, and that allows us to earn credits, points and credits, to be able to use those to buy future product with those, so we can get free products. You can bank those and hold them out till you get enough for whatever you're trying to go for. The points last for about a year. So if you haven't used your points, you need to make sure that you are using them, because they will start to expire. Part of the community, we're part of a community of continuing education that's like this event here, or we have weekly calls. We have lots of videos and different things that people have canned in the past. And so there's a rich community of empowering and educating. And then, of course, there's the opportunity to earn income from referrals for those of you that want to become a wellness advocate and maybe want to do this to earn your oils, or to start creating some extra income, or maybe even as a part-time venture, or as something for your career, or to look forward to retirement. So you can join us as a customer only, and many of you have already done that, and you're a wholesale customer or you're a wellness advocate. The only difference in that is the wellness advocate can earn an income. Either way, it's $35 to get a wholesale membership, or I like to be able to give it to people for free as they select a product kit. So you can select product kits that start at $150 all the way up to $2,500, depending on how many products you want. And you can make that purchasing decision, and you'll get your free wholesale account along with any kit purchase. Plus, I always give people a reference material so that we can teach them how to use those things. Any questions? You can certainly get back with the person that invited you to see this, or you can message me at my email or Facebook. And either one of those is fine. Just let me know what your questions are. If you're not working with somebody, tell me that. And if you are working with somebody, share that so that I can get them involved in making sure that we're supporting them to get you the education and information that you desire. So I wanted to have you think about, just like in my situation with using the oils to help my anxious feelings and that terrible stressful time in my life. Once I realized that I could solve that in just 3 minutes time, I started thinking of other people that were entrepreneurs, busy people, working hard, stressed out, and I knew that I had a solution that they needed to know about. And if they were open to learning about it, then I certainly wanted to be available to give them a sample and to have them try it and see what they thought, and learn more if it was appropriate for them. So I asked you this question of, what if you could be the solution for many, many of these families? As we're empowering a healer in every home, we need other people who know people or are close to friends and family to be able to at least invite them to learn. And it's really simple just to say, have you ever tried an essential oil? Do you know anything about them? And would you like to sample it? Would you like to learn more about it? So any way that they want to come into that, that's what we're here to help them with. Not about pushing our mission to them, but about making sure that in those scary moments when they're up against something that they feel like it's going to be a serious issue, what if they could solve that in a couple minutes and be able to then make some different choices to not have to rush off to a 911 situation. Obviously, I knew that stress was something that I had to get a hold of. And so I was able to make some choices in my life that, I'd gotten to the point where I couldn't handle the stress that much anymore. So I changed the way my life was. So I was able to have that ability to think about that. And the oils were allowing me to be able to be present about that. So I didn't have to be scared and medicated and worried about a lot of different things that doctors might have progressed or projected on me. I was able to then support my body with the nutrition and supplementation and working through life choices to get more rest and reduce the stress. So that's what we're looking to do, is empower people. Rod Richardson is our Blue Diamond leader. He's a business partner of mine. I've been in business with him for many years prior to this. He's a great mentor and trainer and just really appreciates helping people keep their business foundation simple and to build on their natural talents. He's created in doTERRA already a multi-six-figure income earning capacity, and his organization, which we're a part of, is 30 million in annual revenue every year. About 80,000 people in the team, which is what I was telling you, we're 2,400 of those, and he's created that in 8 years. He's got teams in every U.S. state as well as 34 international markets, and he's all about lifting and liberating people. So just has a natural gift, and we have access to him anytime we need it, and he certainly does a lot to speak and teach and inspire us all to grow to become the leaders that we are destined to be. Our team mission is really important that he's put together. We're on a track to hit and to empower 3 million homes with therapeutic essential oils by 2025. That's again about our mission of reaching out and teaching families that want to know. So if you know anybody that wants to know or want to learn, we want to be able to reach out and try to hit this goal so we can get more and more people knowing how to take care of themselves physically and emotionally. As a passion of Rod's and mine, we love to be able to work with leaders, and he's got a focus here for our team to develop 1,000 financially independent, great and powerful leaders. This is one of doTERRA's underlying missions, is to be known for not only great science and wonderful products, but they want to be known as the company that gets the most people out of debt. And so that'll be a fantastic thing to continue to realize as we help people take care of themselves, save money, and move into the business side of what's offered here. Our team mission is to lift and liberate the world with the power of our network, leadership, and capital. And when you have these people who have time and money freedom, and they are able to organize around all kinds of things, just like what we see in our Healing Hands nonprofit mission, we have our eyes open to opportunities. There could be new businesses, or there's programs and causes that a lot of the leaders are already doing, where they're allowing scholarships for adoption, or they're delivering groceries for people that need that support. All kinds of things that are actually being done. And as we get more and more leaders who can combine their efforts together, that's where we take that capital and start new businesses or create solutions in the marketplace. And that is concluding what we were going to be talking about here today. And I'll go ahead and stop the recording so that we can get to the questions.